Now that I've been updating my modded playthrough to 1.6, I've had a chance to look at all of the new mods that are now possible in the 1.6 update, and so I thought I'd share a couple of them. Most of these mods make use of the new features added in 1.6, and some are just new mods. Now I think the most obvious new type of mod that was going to come out was more books. Buttons Extra Books by Spider Buttons adds 15 new books in additions to the one added in vanilla. Books are a new form of progression if you didn't know. Finding them gives you a small, specific, but permanent buff. Now I don't want to spoil all the new books or how to find them, but here's just a couple of them. The Strongest Brew triples the length of coffee and triple shot espresso buffs. Bus Driving for Dummies lets you drive to the desert by yourself all the time. And Big Melons ups the chance to get a giant crop up to 5% from 1%. Now generally in vanilla, the way you find a book is related to what the book does, and that kind of holds true here. But if you do want a full list on how to find all the books, you can find them on the mod page on Nexus Mods. And while we're at it, I'll also mention the More Books mod by Jewel, which adds another 16 books, and they are compatible with each other. I also find the thought of having like 60 books in the game both fun and funny. Some of my favorites from this mod are The Art of Tea Cultivation, which doubles the sale price of tea leaves and green tea, and the Ore Catalog, which enables you to buy iridium ore from Clint, as well as gives you a 10% discount from his shop. Now, as you may know, the 1.6 update added big chests, which hold a lot more than regular chests. And now, the Bigger Fridges mod extends that functionality to fridges. Definitely nice if you use my method of cooking, which is throwing everything that remotely looks like food into the fridge. Weather Wonders adds a ton of new weather events into the game. Heat waves reduce your energy and dry out crops, blizzards slow you down, and hail can destroy crops and damage you. It's not all bad though. Muddy rain fertilizes crops, deluges spawn extra beach forageables, and there's lunar events that can increase luck, increase the growth speed of crops, or spawn a ton of monsters. This is exactly the type of mod I've been waiting for so long. A lot of weather mods just make aesthetic changes, and this one actually makes gameplay changes. That one doesn't use a specific 1.6 feature, I just think it's neat. With 1.6, a lot of characters now have unique gift dialogues depending on what you give them. So if I give Sebastian this frog egg here, he mentions, yo, that's a frog egg. I'll see if I can get it to hatch. These gift dialogues were not given out evenly though. All the marriage candidates tend to have tons of unique dialogues, while some characters like George have 0. The Unique Gift Dialogues Expanded mod seeks to change this. Now, giving George any of his loved items, he has unique reactions for them. Now that takes me back. You know how to make an old man happy. Eating my fair share of these back in the day. And for a leak, that amazing smell. Did she put you up to this? Ah, this is great either way. Generally, all of the new dialogues will be their loved items if you're trying to find them specifically. For a long time now, we've been plagued by furniture that can't quite look right no matter what you do. But with the Precise Furniture mod, you can now fix that. Move it by using the arrow keys to place it however precisely you want. Put the couches in the center of the rug, put the rug in the center of the entryway. The world is your oyster. Honestly, I'd like to see some really talented decorators get their hands on this mod because I'm not the best. I can just shift the rug under the table. Eventually. Then there's one bit of a smaller mod that I want to show off real quick. It is very simply called Moon Cycles, and what it does is make the moon have cycles. I mean, right now it's a full moon. Actually, that's a blue moon, I think. It adds a couple of new types of moons, but the moon will go through its natural cycle. So let's go through a few days here and see if we can't see something different. I was going to donate an item so that we could see the moon phase, and it looks like we got hit with a foggy day. Yeah, that's a good time to mention. The Moon Cycle mod also works with the Wondrous Weathers mod, so it'll match any weird weather effects, like if there's a blood moon or something, it'll match it, and it's just neat. So let's see if we get a new moon. We got I believe the people call this a gibbous. So yeah, just a cool little detail in the top left. I don't know, actually I'm wondering how it kind of works on the 27th when you normally get the moon in the top right. Overrides it, interestingly enough. All right. Well, small downside for those who really particularly care about that moon. But that'll do it. I'm excited to see all the new mods that people make for 1.6. I'm gonna keep an eye on them so that I can add them to my modded playthrough whenever we get to that point. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and good night.